Beast. Get off me. Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome in. So, who have we got in the stream? And I've got a dog that's being a little pushy, wants my attention. Russ Young looks like he left a message from yesterday. Thank you. What else have we got here? Russ Young with what looks like a fish. Beautiful artwork, my friend. Mark Brown, brother, thank you for coming in. Let's go, Ken and Beach Bum Derrick. Hey, and Beach Bum Derrick is not going to be here for a few minutes. He works on Thursdays, and I think he said he'll be in here at about 7:30. But just so you know, I woke up about an hour ago, and the first things that went through my mind when I woke up was, first, where the hell do I have to be this morning that I set my alarm 7 o'clock exactly? My second thought was, let me go down and say bye to Gia before she goes to school. My third thought was, why did I go to sleep fully clothed? And it took me about 5 minutes to realize that it wasn't Friday morning, that it was Thursday night. Because I take this so seriously, I did research today on beach bum beards, and I went to the beach and spent the day at the beach. When I get back, I decided to take a little nap. I've got Derrick, the original Florida man. Welcome in, Aldemir. Yeah, I decided I had to go to the beach because I had beach bum Derrick on, and it was a beautiful day today. It got up to about 67, got to the beach. I wish I had brought a bathing suit. I would have gone in the water. And plus, I was teaching someone how to use that one wheel for the first time. And the beach is the perfect place to teach someone because it's not concrete. You fall off, you're falling into sand. Basically, the beach is your padding, so there's no trouble there. So who else have we got in here today? And I thought I'd ask just for the hell of it. Usually, if I'm doing a live stream, I put in the company that I'm doing that day, I put in their product. But for some reason today, I didn't think of it, and I put something else in. I put in some Lux in. I wanted to try 1912 again. I'm still not quite there with 1912 yet, but I thought I'd give it a shot. I am curious though what everyone's got in beard today. And until Derrick gets here, I wanted to talk about the scents he's got, and I also wanted to talk about my surprise that I liked it. I had put off trying Beach Bum Beard Care products for like 2 years. Wanted to try it, but I just thought that if I did try it, I wasn't going to like it. And it wasn't really fair to review a product that you know right off the bat isn't going to work for you. The reason I didn't think it was going to work for me is that the hemp. In the past, products that had a lot of hemp oil in it just didn't work for me as far as styling. My beard, it just want to go everywhere. Flyaways galore. It was horrible. The reason I thought that was the Chronic, when I tried that, it just did not work for me at all. They're not in business anymore, but I couldn't use Chronic. It just didn't work for me. And a couple of other companies that have hemp in that number one spot, my beard would feel good, but the styling was just horrible. And finally, I think Derrick came on the live stream, kind of just jumped on when I put on that open invitation for anyone to jump in. And I thought, you know what? It's about time I tried Beach Bum Beard Care. And I absolutely love this stuff. I thought before I did that review for last Sunday that I would have been making a million excuses. Like, it didn't work for me, but it's because I don't like hemp and, blah, blah, blah. But the stuff worked incredibly well for me. I really, really love this carrier blend. And the carrier blend is just, I think it's hemp. I believe it's apricot. Let me make sure I've got that right as far as the second one. If I can find the ingredients. And by the way, I think I'm still a little sick. We've got some weird, hemp seed, apricot, vitamin E, and that is it. And I thought for sure this is not going to work for me, and it absolutely did. And I'll let Derrick say the amount, but I could have sworn he told me that it was basically 70% hemp, 30% apricot, and some amount around there, and then some little amount of vitamin E. And I like simple blends, but this is a super simple blend, basically 2 carriers, and it works tremendously for me. So, and by the way, what's everyone got in beard? Like I said, I've got Lux 1912. I don't know why I put it in this morning. I would have normally put in one of Derrick's oils. I think I would have gone with, I'm really a fan of the Boardwalk, that key lime pie, but just curious what you folks have got in. So, and I thought before Derrick gets here, I'd run through the different scents he's got and just kind of, chat about them, see what we think. And the first one he's got is B&B root beer. Now, when I was looking at scents to get from Beach Bum Beards, and what is E-Rock have? Jay's Beard Essential, Dad Life. I've got to look up what that one is. I haven't got any J's for quite a while now. And Jay's Beard. See if it even comes up for me. Beard Essentials. And I'm curious what Dad Life is. Scent profiles. Oh, wow. I love that. He's got, I don't believe he had this big scent profile listing before. Dad Life. Lime, aftershave, golden oud, lavender, sandalwood, amber, 6 secret other scents. That would make it not for me. I don't like secret scents, because if one of those is clove or cinnamon or something that I don't dig. Tailored Beard Company Businessman, Emu Blend. Tailored Businessman. That sounds familiar, but I don't remember what it is. Let's take a quick look. And I'm sorry if I'm still a little off. I'm still a little sick from whatever kind of funky flu I got last week. And what was that? Businessman? Let's see what that is. So, but yeah, I did spend the day at the beach today. That was kind of awesome. It was nice to see that kind of hot weather. And wow, I haven't checked out Tailored's site in so long. I don't even recognize this. I don't remember this kind of artsy stuff. And I don't see Businessman yet. I see multiple pages. I'm wondering if I've even got the right company here. This doesn't look like the Tailored I remember. And I don't see Businessman yet. And I don't see any of the whiskey and hardtack. I'm wondering if I just found a different site. Smells like grass and mint to me. You know what? See there, I wouldn't really be down with the mint. Oh, that was Horsepower Keith's collab, not there. You know what? I've wondered I'm assuming that the reason Bearded Horsepower just disappeared was he just got too busy and realized that, that he shouldn't spend the amount of time on beard content when he's so busy going to school, running businesses. Let's see. Mr. Joshua Ricks, welcome in. Thank you for coming. And so, yeah, I think I just found a different Tailored Beard Company because this doesn't appear to be the Tailored Beard Company. If it was the normal Tailored Beard Company, and let me see if I can share screen just for the hell of it, I would think that I would recognize some of these. Oh, man. I don't know why it is that I forget how to share screen. Present. It's under present. Okay. Share screen. Share screen. Let's share this screen. Yeah, I I found this company when I went looking, and I don't believe this is the normal tailored beard company, unless I'm wrong and this is. But this looks like a different company name, Tailored, unless he's revamped his site. And I let me get back to all products. If it was the regular Tailored Beard Company, I would recognize a bunch of these, I would think, because he should have all the whiskey and hardtack. So I think this is a completely different Tailored Beard product company. Yeah, I don't see any of the whiskey and hardtack scents. What's the matter? So anyway, I digress. I'll have to check that out and see what the hell I ran myself into there. And what have we got? Just got in some more goods from Lux. Awesome. You know, I've been holding off. I got some of the old time stuff from Lux. I got Tobacconist 1912 and um, uh, Tobacconist 1912 Original Bastard. And I want to use some of the oldies but goodies products. I always get compliments of my beard. Today I wore 1912 and I wasn't sure I was going to get a compliment. I asked my lady if what she thought of it and said she loved it, that it was great. I wasn't quite sure what a woman would think. Double oud, sweet tobacco, patchouli, kumquat, peach, and tonka. That sounds awesome, Russ. And that, I believe you said, is the one that's no longer there. Taylor Beard did revamp his logo. Okay. The thing that's getting me here is that if this was the normal tailored beard, shouldn't I be seeing some of those whiskey and hardtack products that they switched to? I'll have to look into that afterwards and see if this is a completely different company with a similar name, because I should be seeing, I should be seeing all those whiskey and hardtack things, and I don't see any of them. What's up, Frankie? Frankie has been losing his mind lately. Come on up. Come on. I took him on a double date. He met a chocolate lab female yesterday, and ever since then, he's out of his mind. He's in love. So he just sits and it just whines at me, I guess, asking when the hell we're going to go back and see her. I just got Frankenstein oil and butter in October. Oil and butter, great stuff. Joshua, I thought about getting Frankenstein, but it said something about a secret scent or, surprise scent. And I wasn't willing to, I never get anything that says it's got some sort of secret surprise scent in it. I just don't want to take the chance of that surprise is cinnamon clove or something like that I'm going to hate. Frankenstein sounds awesome, except for I don't know what that secret is. If you know, please let me know, because I read it and I was like, man, that sounds good, except for what the heck is the secret? No, the chocolate lab is fixed, so the chocolate lab is not pregnant. Though this one is losing his mind ever since. Whiskey and hardtack isn't tailored. It's, you know what? It's not my fault. I told you I'm a little out of it from having that flu. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. Thank you, Rusk. Yeah, whiskey and hardtack in Bearded Mac, not whiskey and hardtack in tailored. Well, I've always loved tailored products, so. And I'll tell you what, this website is definitely a lot more inviting than it had been. So I'm going to have to check out some of these. Though I never did like the descriptions, the double this and triple that, and it just didn't really make sense to me. I Shift Focus, welcome in. David, welcome in. Daniel the Bearded. Hello, Beardic brethren. Ken Taylor Beard as the skeleton with top hat. Yeah, you know what? I'm an idiot. I for some reason I was thinking of Bearded Mac. getting in, got it confused with tailored. Johnny, welcome in. Thanks for coming in. And now Frankie will be on Murray Povich saying, you are not the father. No, you're not. Yeah, he's ever since then, he's been on me like crazy. Like, if he stays up my butt all the time, he'll get to do it again. And the funny thing is, the chocolate lab could have cared less that he was there. She just kind of ignored him. So, I thought for a second Derrick was down there. I have this bad habit of when I'm waiting for someone to come in, I never noticed them sitting there at the bottom. Kid needs coffee, right, E? Yes, I do, sir. Actually, I think what I need, I've got a little place it's only open on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday nights, but they've got this awesome, I've never been into the like girly kind of drinks, but I've been getting into those espresso martinis. It is so damn good. I mean, if I order two, it's $30 for two drinks, and then I feel the need to tip. It ends up being $40 for two drinks, but for that one little piece of heaven. And I think to really do it, you've got to have your own espresso machine, which they do. During the day, they're a coffee spot, and at night they're like high-end martinis. So, and it's local, so that's always a good thing. And I'm trying to figure out how to get rid of, maybe I'll close it. Okay. How do I get rid of this other guy I've got sitting here? Stop screen. There we go. So yes, Derrick should be in any moment now, but I did want to go through his scents, just kind of talk about what Derrick offers at Beach Bum Beards, and maybe get your thoughts on what you think. Now, the first one here is B&B root beer. I can tell you that, yeah, everyone needs coffee, Russ. It is fancy, and they've got an espresso machine because they're like a high-end coffee shop. So you get actual espresso in it. It's not, some crap from behind the bar. But Derrick has got B&B root beer. Maybe I should share this screen. And I've got to tell you that this scent probably would not be for me. Let's present, share screen. And there we go. Yeah, I've only had one other root beer scent ever, and that was, I forget the name of the company. I think I've still got the butter, but I gave away the oil, and I'm just not a root beer guy. Much like a frosty mug of vanilla ice cream and cold frothy root beer, our beard will keep you cold and refreshed on those hot summer days at the beach or on the lake. See, for me, I would think of root beer as a winter scent. I don't think I'd want root beer in my beard during the summer. When I had the root beer scent, I wore it a few times, but I was definitely not like down with wearing it all the time. It's just root beer is not for me. I forget who I gave it to. Now, the barbershop. I actually do have the barbershop. And what does Z-Rock say? I love root beer, but not as beard oil. Some people love it. I had one from Mythical Beard, and I gave it away to someone that just loved it. Loved root beer scents. And what does Daniel say? Black Rebel dropped the Kruger, and it had an espresso top note. I've got to get back to some Black Rebel sometime soon. Yeah, it's a root beer float, so there's got to be some cream in there too. Yeah, root beer floats are amazing, but I don't know about in your beard. But the barbershop, I did try the barbershop. The barbershop is nice. It's basically, for me, Derrick said it has notes of citrus in there. For me, it was just a straight up OG barbershop. I liked it, but that's all I picked up. So what else is Derrick offer here? And now this one I really like. Let me get this. Yeah, it's a pump top, which in a way I think is the best way to go because I mean it's consistent. You get the same amount every time you squirt it. It's going to keep the oil good for longer. Though I did run into a little bit of trouble with, once you start applying it and then you're going back to the pump bottle, you're trying to navigate the pump bottle with a handful of oil. So I'm kind of, while on one hand I would say a pump top is the best approach for a dispenser, at the same time it can be a little tricky. Personally, I kind of get a kick out of having a few oils with a pump top. I would say I probably still prefer dropper top, but this one here, Boardwalk is like a key lime pie. It's an awesome scent. I love this scent. So, and where was I? So yes, it is a pump top. Garrett Bailey, welcome in. Thanks for coming in. Chris, eagerly anticipating. The later we get into the year, I know the closer we're getting to your coming up with the drop of your products. And so eagerly anticipating that. And come on up, Beans. Be part of the show. So, and right now I'm just trying to kill a little time while we wait for Derrick to come on in. And I thought I should try and talk about his products since I invited him in today. So what did we talk about? We talked about Boardwalk, which is the key lime. Now, Crashing Night Waves. I have no idea what this one is. Frankincense, vetiver, sandalwood, lavender, and sage. That sounds like it could be amazing. I've really learned to appreciate lavender, especially, come on in, Beans, when it's at the tail, towards the tail end. Frankincense is awesome. Vetiver, and this could be amazing. But until I had it in beard, I'm not sure I could really guesstimate what in the world it would smell like. Beansy, if you're going to bark at me, get up. So let's move on. That's Crashing Night Waves. What else does Derrick have going on here? The next scent. This one I have. Florida Key Mojito. For me, this one, I don't think it's mojito inspired. In other words, take the ingredients of a mojito and put them in a blend and call it Florida Key Mojito. As best as I can remember, this actually smells like a mojito. If you were to get a mojito and put it up to your nose and smell it, that's what this oil smells like. It's not inspired by a mojito. To me, it was actually like a mojito. This, of the 3 cents I got, I'd say this was, of the 3, I liked it, but the least favorite of the 3, only because to me, it was so mellow that I would probably just kind of think of it more as like a nighttime scent. In Maine right now, getting permits ready to build a shop. And E-Rock asking if you have an active website. All right. Yeah, I thought you were already up and running with all that stuff, and we're just kind of waiting for the right moment to launch. Especially because I see the pictures with all your products already up there. Okay, so what's next? Hawaiian Sunset. Now this one's good. To me, this kind of follows that beachy. I'm going to kill this dog. Beans, come. Come on. Hey, Gio. I think Beans wants to go outside. He's barking at me. He just doesn't want attention. Okay, so what have we got? A tropical, citrusy, and coconut type with top notes of coconut, pineapple, peach, orange, and melon. Middle notes of neroli, plum, lang, here, lily of the valley, violet, gardenia, carnation, and jasmine, with woodsy, musky, sugary, vanilla, and tonka bean base notes. That's an awful lot going on there. So top notes of coconut, pineapple, peach, orange, and melon. Yeah, I mean, there's no way I would try this scent and not like it. So what else have we got here? And what is... And they're building it. Oh, the Bucks and the Ravens are playing. Evening, Western Ram. And just in case you didn't hear before, Derrick works on Thursdays. So according to him, he's coming in about 3 minutes. So let me finish running through what he's got here. I just did Hawaiian Sunset. Let's see about Island Hops. This one, I almost ordered this one. It just kind of intrigued me. And it's a special, okay, boring workday. This a mixture of tart limes, champagne, hops, and tropical fruits, and has the subtle ale beer scent you love with an island tropical base note. This is one of those scents where, to me, I couldn't possibly not like it. I was kind of curious about how the hops would play in all of that. So I was curious, but I didn't pull the trigger because I had some other scents that I wanted to try. So what else have we got here? Because he's going to be in here any moment. Java Wave. Hazelnut Cafe scent. So that's Java Wave. Yeah, I'm kind of hit or miss with the kind of coffee things. All right, great. Great to hear it. People saying hello to Ram. And I think we've got 2 more scents, and we should have Derrick popping in any moment. So that was Java Wave, and I think there are 2 more. Okay, and I think we've got 2 more tropical type scents. This is Kuta Island, and that is... Where is... Okay, mangoes, green tea, and cloves. That makes it a no-fly zone for me once you mention the cloves. But the mangoes and green tea sound interesting. But yeah, that one wouldn't be up my alley just because the cloves makes it a no-fly zone. And then finally, Old San Juan, pineapple, pina colada, coconut, lime, lemon, and orange. Which, no way I could not like this. I'm kind of surprised I didn't pick this one because though pineapple, pina colada, coconut, to me that kind of sounds the same. Yeah, I've got a lot of coffee scents, so I've been kind of laying off coffee scents lately. Let me get rid of this. Stop screen and wait for Derrick to come in. I just went through all the scents. I don't think there's anything that's dark there at all. Maybe the only one that might be considered a dark tropical scent would be that one I just mentioned. That would not be for me, which is the, let me flip to it again. Oh, and I skipped one. Kuta Island, which is mangoes, green tea, and cloves. Isn't that kind of doesn't the clove make it a dark tropical scent? And I can't believe I blew off one of the scents, and that is, I believe it's some sort of Dr. Pepper scent. Let me see what that is. That is Professor Pepper, which is, I believe, Dr. Pepper and cherry. So where do we go? I don't see the description. Yeah, it looks like Dr. Pepper and cherry and maybe vanilla. It doesn't, I don't see the scent profile listed. Oops, and I'm getting messages. And we got Gary from Alley Cat. Welcome in. Thank you for coming in. And yeah, the only one I could see that could be considered dark and tropical would be that Kuta Island. But Derrick is supposedly out of work a half a minute ago and getting ready to jump in. Yeah. So those are, so I believe that, how many cents was that? I believe that's 9 cents. Page 1 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11 cents. So he's got 11 cents altogether. And Ram, if I had to pick one that's dark tropical, I'd say it's that Kuta Island. So what else have we got here? And for those that weren't here, to get ready for this live stream, I spent the day at the beach, did my due diligence to get that beach bum feeling. It was a beautiful day today, sunny, upper 60s. I got to the beach and I was kind of bummed out at first that I forgot to bring a jacket. Once I got there, I couldn't even wear a sweatshirt. It was t-shirt weather only. So, oh, and here we got Mr. Beach Bum himself.
What's up, buddy?
How's it going? I just, to kill some time, I ran through all 11 of your scents. I feel bad that I almost blew off Professor Pepper. But so how's it going? Thank you. And by the way, thank you for, I know you just got out of work, so this is kind of tough to roll in.
Oh, you're fine. I'm actually still here. So if you see me walking around with a mop, I'm closing tonight. So I still got to mop up the restaurant, but figured I'd jump in and hang out with you for a bit.
Yeah. And I mentioned to everybody to get ready for today. I spent the day at the beach. So I felt like I needed to do that kind of research to get ready. Oh, I guess he's gone. Yeah, it looks like he's still at work and doesn't have the greatest connection. So those are the 11 cents. The one thing I wish I had tried the beard butter, but for me, with butters, I always want an unscented. Hey, Gia, I think Beansy wants to go outside. Oh, okay. So, and I'm trying to remember where you find the butters on his site. Oh, here he's back. How's it going, Derrick? Hey, no problem. So, what kind of restaurant is it?
I work at a pizzeria here in town.
A pizzeria in Florida.
Yeah.
Okay. No, we got Bay Area saying hello.
What's up, buddy?
But yeah, the big complaint I heard about pizza in Florida is that it's impossible to make it well because of the water.
Yeah, I tell you what, we have so many New Yorkers that come down here to tell us about the good pizza up in New York. And I tell you what, we make over $1 million a year, so we must not be doing too bad down here.
Okay. Well, I've heard about places like shipping in different water to use, things like that.
No, we use regular swamp water, same water that the gators piss in. We still use that.
Got it. Oh, Illy Orchard stopping in. Yep. No, I was just when you said that's the one thing I've always heard about Florida is that you can't get pizza. Not that you guys don't know how to cook it, but that the water just doesn't lend itself to getting a good crust.
I'd be honest with you, I've never had pizza other than my home state and here. I think it's pretty good pizza, but that's a biased opinion, you know?
Yep. And what city is it in?
So we're just outside of Orlando and Mount Dora.
Okay. So if someone's visiting um, Disney World, they could always stop by, get themselves a pizza.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Actually, a lot of people have come in and seen me. Big Bearded Brother, before he went to North Korea on that last tour, he came and had lunch with me and hung out. Matt's been up here from Bay Area. Um, uh, David, Bearded Motivation, he came out here once. So yeah, I mean, anybody's welcome to come hang out.
Great part about Florida is all the subplants. They bring great pizza recipes. So, but yeah, I ran through the 11 cents, and I just wanted to remind myself, do you offer a non-scented beard butter or no?
Not yet. We do have one coming though.
Okay.
It'll be here for the new year.
Got it. Got it. In fact, I think we talked about that last time around.
Yep.
Yeah. In fact, there were a few different things that are new coming up. If I remember right, that was about a month ago.
Yeah. So we're working on several new scents. I have one that I really like that I'm getting ready to send to Matt over at Bay Area. He's going to try it, make sure it's good, and then that one is got it's got lime, it's got pineapple, coconut, rum, and cupcakes in it.
Ooh, that's different. So, like,
yeah.
And Ram had a question about whether you have any dark scents. I gave my guess at the only scent I saw that could potentially be called like a dark tropical scent, but we thought we should get it from the horse's mouth.
What do you mean by dark? Like for evening time, or just like for date night?
By dark, like manly dark, heavy, is what I'm assuming Ram meant.
More like the cologne side. I don't have anything on the cologne side. I've always been hesitant to venture out on that side, just because you have people like Matt from Bay Area that does such a damn good job at it. It's just kind of like, why mess with a great thing when someone else is already doing it? So I just kind of stick to my tropicals.
Yeah, his exact question was, are there any dark tropical scents like dark sunset at a rainforest type scent? LOL.
Not yet, but it's a good idea. I am working on one with Russ that he wants me to do, one with like local Florida plants, like a lot of the mossy and the oak trees and things like that are native to Florida. So that may be darker for him, but that won't roll out till next year.
Yeah, the only one that I thought could in any way, shape, or form be considered a dark tropical scent, tell me if I'm out of my mind, was Kuta Island with the clove.
Yeah, Kuta Island does have an earthy tone to it because of the cloves, but with the mango and the green tea in the background, it does kind of settle it back out, so it does feel more of a tropical. But yes, you do get a nice clove. If you like cloves, you'll like that one.
Yeah, and Matt mentioned that he's got his unscented available.
Yeah, you're welcome, Matt.
So now you mentioned that all the new stuff will be coming out for the new year. So you're saying before January 1st hits, we're going to see it?
Definitely. I don't know about before January 1st, but definitely in January. I'm retiring from my job early, so I will be focusing on the business full time and our new YouTube channel and doing that full time. So I'm gonna have a lot of extra time on my hands. So we'll be cranking out some new scents, getting some new body washes and shampoos made up, and going from there.
In fact, would you right now you've got a shampoo. Is that a beard wash or a shampoo?
No, so that's a shampoo for your head.
Okay.
You can use it for your beard. It is safe enough for the beard. There's no harsh chemicals in there. But there's so many beard washes out there. And so we wanted to kind of make something that was kind of more of a one-stop shop for everybody. So you've got your beard wash that you can pretty much get anywhere. And then we wanted to give a body wash and a shampoo. And then we do have conditioners coming here soon. Right now, we only do the Hawaiian Sunset because that is our biggest seller. We sell that 5-to-1 on any other scent. So we want to make sure that our loyal customers for the last 3 years have their supply of Hawaiian because it's, basically what's keeping us in business. So,
and what's that again? That's
the Hawaiian Sunset.
Okay, the shampoo.
Yeah, we got that one. Shampoo, body wash. We do have the conditioner coming here soon, and then we have that in beard oil, butter, wax, balm, and we're working on bar soaps and candles in that sense.
Okay, yeah, because I was going to say I don't remember Hawaiian Sunset being okay. Yep, it is actually there. And why did I think that's one of the ones that. Okay, yeah, that's the one with a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, that's my very most. Hold on, I gotta walk by this AC unit real quick. That's my very complex scent. That one was one of my first ones I made, and I was still learning how to do everything, and so I just played with everything, and it came out really well.
Yeah, it sounds like that maybe should have been one I tried, because what I've tried so far is Boardwalk, which I love, the Barbershop, and then the Mojito. Which, and tell me if I'm wrong, for the Mojito one, to me, it actually smells like a mojito. I had to go back in my memory banks, like 15 years since the last time I actually had a mojito that was done the right way, an actual mojito. And to me, yours isn't like inspired by mojito. It actually smells just like a mojito. Am I right on that? Or
yeah, so I don't know if you remember when we talked last time, but so I use a distillery system. So I'm able to take product and boil it and use the steam to create a fragrance scent with it. So when you smell the mojito, it's because it's made with actual mojito.
Okay, cool. Yeah, it kind of made me. I don't know why I let 15 years go by without, getting one. It's not that often you find a place that can actually make them, that has the mint on hand to muddle. So, now, for your pizza parlor, I'm just kind of curious. I love pizza. Is it pizza only, or is it pasta dishes, full menu?
No, so we do pasta and salads and subs. So we do your traditional lasagnas, baked ziti's, rigatonis, capicola, capellini, all of that.
Okay, so it's a full service restaurant.
Yeah, it's a full dine-in. I guess you would consider it a New York style. It's a hand toss. We make the dough every day. We stretch it by hand to order.
Yeah, I when I was a young kid, I worked at a pizza place, and we did made our own dough. I couldn't tell you how to do it now, but it was interesting.
Yeah, it's definitely a science to it because when you're making dough, depending on the weather and how much moisture, because there's a lot of humidity in Florida, depends on how much other ingredients you put into it. So like on colder days, you have to put more yeast into it so it proofs a little bit more. During the summertime, you have to add ice to the water to keep the water cold. So that way you keep the dough at a certain temperature.
Awesome.
So it's like a little science project every time you make it. You just learn as you go.
You're kind of making me hungry, but if Yeah, I'm not sure I'm ever going to make it back to um, Walt Disney World or Disney, whatever it is, Disney World, Disneyland. I'm just not one for lines. And,
I don't blame you. We don't go unless it's during the winter time before the snowbirds get back, but after all the summer breaks. That's the best time to really go.
oh, there is a window of time where they're not that busy.
Yeah, and usually you'll tell when it's that time because they'll start giving out Florida resident discounts, and
Okay.
that's when you know that business is kind of slow for them. And so those are like the perfect times. Or if you go like right after a hurricane, there's never a line at Disney on a hurricane day.
Okay. Good to know. I mean, the last time I went there, I was staying in the Grand Floridian. I didn't even bother going into the park. I was there for some sort of what do they call it when you go for a bunch of seminars and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even bother going to the rides. I couldn't deal with the idea of waiting in line for any amount of time. So the time of year would be what, October, November?
Usually about September and October are your best times to really go because snowbirds start coming down at the end of October, early November, and school goes back early August. So then you have your sporadic different states or whatever. They'll still be out of school till the end of August, give or take.
Yeah.
Once all those are gone, about September, October is usually your good time to go.
Yeah, I mean, not that I wouldn't want to go, but I know there's a whole bunch of new stuff. Last time I actually went on something, Epcot was about to open, so that was like 30 years ago. But like I said, I was actually staying in the Grand Floridian for 7 days and couldn't be bothered getting on the monorail and checking anything out.
I can totally understand that. I'm not a big crowd person. Whenever you go to like Disney and stuff like that and you see the big crowds, I always think of like back home in Indiana where I'm from. I always think of the cattle, like just a big herd of cows just move, That's just what I think of. I don't like crowds. I'm not a big crowd person. So if I can go on an off day, you'll see me there.
Yeah, I mean, even going to the beach today, it was so much nicer than going in the summer. The beach was fairly wide open. There were a good number of people there, but it wasn't, wall to wall people, just more enjoyable. Yeah, I'm not a crowds guy. I could be bothered.
I love the beach, but I don't do the crowds. So I like to go to beaches that most only the locals know about, and I like to go to those. So like I avoid like Daytona or New Smyrna, Miami Beach, those types of things, and I go to like the little inlets or the little islands that people don't know about, and those are usually the most peaceful. I went to one on my birthday in August, and in the middle of the summertime there was like one other person on this entire island on the beach at the same time I was there. So I got to have a beer. I had a Corona. I sat underneath a palm tree. I turned 21. It was the best birthday I've ever had.
I mean, even today, I wouldn't have bothered going to the beach. Once you get past Labor Day, no more lifeguards, no more rules. If you want to bring your dog, you can. Was teaching someone how to ride my one wheel thing, so and that would have been a no go if the lifeguards were there. Now, do you do any surfing down there?
No, I don't. I'm too fat for that.
In which you're on the I can't even remember where the hell Orlando is. That's on the that's not in the Bay Area, right?
Correct. So I'm 30 minutes from either side. I can be in the Gulf in 30 minutes, or I can be on the Daytona Atlantic side in 30 minutes.
I mean, do you get any kind of good waves there for surfing if you did choose to do it?
I'm not 100% sure. I know there is a surfing crew near like the St. Augustine area, But normally you don't really see the surfers come out unless there's some kind of a hurricane coming, and then it seems like there's some decent waves for them because they're always on the news. But other than that, I haven't really seen a lot.
I mean, that's what I've done with my brother. Follow the hurricanes, and you catch 12, 18-foot waves up here in Rhode Island. I mean, it's beautiful. But even if you're a fat guy, you can still boogie board. You know, you don't have to.
I got to get one of those longboards, those Hawaiian longboards.
Yeah, I was just talking to a surf shop owner, you know, saying I think I'm too old to start surfing, and he was giving me the riot act. You know, you're never too old. And Ken, do you surf on the Atlantic side? I boogie board. In fact, up here it gets pretty cold, so I was checking out surf suits. You know, basically wetsuits. Because right now the water temperature is like maybe 58 degrees. You know, in another month it'll be, or two, it'll be 10 degrees colder. A little cold to go in there with, you know, just skin.
Yeah, it's hard to get in the water when it's cold.
But yeah, I mean, if you like the ocean, boogie board's the old man's game. You know, you just lay on that thing, catch the waves, and you know, it's the first time I really did it. I think Hurricane Bob was 30 years ago, and we should have killed ourselves. We didn't know how to do it the right way, so we're riding the top of waves, and then, you know, dropping 15 feet into dirt, you know, head first. And, you know, we didn't get that you're supposed to ride inside the wave. We're riding on top of it, just dropping off it like a cliff.
See, I would always be worried of the riptide, but, you know, the news makes it sound like it's so horrible. I don't know if I want to take the risk and find out if it's as bad as they say it is or not. But they say if the riptide gets a hold of you, it's hard to bring you back, or hard to find you sometimes.
I mean, I've never had a big problem with it. Basically, you know, you hold on to that board and know not to take a breath until you open your eyes and see whether it's time to take a breath. And I've had some times when I've been under the water for a good minute, you know, come up, boom, there's another wave, come up, boom, there's another wave, and just be patient, not panic, and, you know, wait for that chance to take a breath.
Yeah.
I found as long as you don't let go of your board, you know, you're in good shape. Then again, I don't know that much about riptides. Maybe my ignorance makes me not afraid of them. Yeah. But in fact, I do remember one, I think it was Hurricane Bob. We've got a beach. You know how you have the long beaches that go way the hell out, and then the ones that cut real quick? You know, it's just a drop. We were on one of the ones with the drop, so the riptide was incredible. You got 10 feet out there. It was right after a hurricane. You couldn't get back in. I mean, I remember watching my brother 10 feet away from me and just being like, "Yeah, hey, bro, nothing I can do for you. You better get yourself in." Derrick, just swim out left or right. Never swim against it toward land. Yeah. Yeah, I've always heard just swim parallel with the beach.
Yeah.
Left or right. Don't try and fight it. So there you go. You're all set.
Yeah, I'm a professional. I'm gonna start next week.
I almost bought myself a suit today. I'm just
Did
not, almost. I just, it was late in the day. I had to get my date back. You know, she had an appointment later in the day, and I didn't have time to try them on, and, you know, but I'm dying to have one. I'd love to be able to stay in the ocean, you know, October, November, December. So yeah, Russ has opened up a whole new world for you. Riptide is no longer an issue.
Yep, just gonna have to do it. I'll have to videotape it too, so everybody can watch me wipe out a few times.
Now I'm curious, around here, restaurants, it was a normal thing for restaurants to be open until 11 o'clock at night on the weekends. Now it's hard to find anyone still open until 10. Uh,
Mhm.
After COVID, when the hours shrunk, they stayed shrunk. You know, it's really difficult to find any place open past 10. Is that kind of what's going on where you are, or?
Yeah, most places are closed by 9 o'clock. There's a really bad shortage of labor in the industry. So a lot of it is like for us, we ended up closing. We were open 7 days a week. So we closed 2 days a week and we only work 5 days. But there's only 5 cooks. So all 5 cooks normally work 12-hour shifts from open to close. So we close at 8:30. But that's just so that we wouldn't get burnt out. Because there for a while at 7 days a week, we were all getting like 50 hours a week. It was pretty rough. I even quit the job once. I quit sometime last year, and then they begged me to come back and work at least just a couple of days. So I did. But it's just one of those where in the time that since I've quit to now, we've probably had over 20 different cooks start and probably leave within 3 weeks or so. So it's just been really short staffed. So it's only been the same 5 guys. One's been here 30 years. One's been here for 25. One's been here 15. I'm going on 4. Another guy's been here 6. So it's just some of us have been here for so long. That's the only reason this store is even still open.
I was just talking to a restaurant owner. I know he's got a couple restaurants, and talking about staffing, and he was talking about even the people that are doing a shitty job. He can't really give them a hard time because he can't do without them. You know, even the crappy employees. You know, no one wants to work. I'm kind of wondering where these people are getting money from.
To be honest, I think a lot of it is probably, if I had to guess, a lot of it, I know a lot of people say it's unemployment, but I don't believe that. I think if you look at the statistics and things like that, a lot of people have started upgrading to new and better jobs. And so when it was harder to get a decent job, COVID hit, and then all of a sudden they were laying off people. I think it was easier for people in the restaurant industry to find better jobs like nursing, healthcare, those kinds of things. So you see a lot of people, like a lot of our waitresses, they're real estate agents or they're teachers now. Several of the cooks have gone into nursing or some type of healthcare. There's a lot of senior citizens here, so there's always some type of healthcare going on. So I think a lot of it is people want to find better jobs, or they started businesses because there was a lot of new businesses that started up during COVID. So I think some people found that they could make their own money and they just started doing that.
Oh, wow. I hadn't heard that yet. I mean, I've heard the same thing in the construction industry, you know, guys saying, doesn't matter how much I pay people, you know, they don't want to show up. They don't want to work. And I mean, that if that was the reason, that sounds good. Well, not good for restaurant owners if the workforce just plain doesn't even exist. But
yeah, that's a lot of it. Is I think a lot of people just, I mean, you have to think about all the abuse and stuff that we take as restaurant industry employees. You know, you have your grumpy customers, you always have your bad tippers, you have those ones that just always seem like they're argumentative. So, you know, after a while, years and years of that, you just kind of, it picks at you. So if an opportunity comes where you can make more money and not have to deal with some customers, you might jump on that. And I think a lot of people did jump on that opportunity during COVID.
yeah, I mean, I've always thought of bartenders and waitresses at the right kind of place is making a good amount of money. I mean, some of the for a client I've got, his waitresses and bartenders clean up, you know, and it's still hard to find anyone to do it. We can't find workers. Finding guys that care to do the work are disappearing.
Mhm.
And I think E-Rock does construction type stuff too, if I remember right. Yeah, I mean, if that is the explanation, Derrick, that's more positive than anything I've heard up until now. That people just moved up in the world. But,
yeah, that as far as I've seen, like from NPR and news reports and things like that, that's the only assumption that I can come up with, because I don't think that unemployment's still running enough to keep people at home. So
okay. Sorry, my phone started going off. But I know you're at work and you want to get out of there, and we're at the 1 hour mark, which means Bearded Respect is starting up. I do appreciate you coming in while still at work. And
me.
Looking forward to trying your butter when it comes out. As yes, I remodel homes. I'm more of a supervisor. Yeah. One thing I've heard from people that do construction work, it's almost more of a hassle to have people working under you. So many guys talking about how the more guys they hire, the less work they get done, because they spend all their time fixing, what the guys are doing. But again, Derrick, thank you for coming in, and thank you to everybody that came in here too. And sorry if I'm still kind of off. I'm still kind of working off that whatever I had, some sort of flu. So I'm not firing on all six still. But so long, everyone. Thank you, Derrick. Thank you, everybody else. And any last words before I hit the end broadcast button?
Yeah, no, I real quick, I appreciate everybody coming out and showing support. I think you guys, anybody who purchases in the last 3 years, you guys have been great. If you guys get a chance to check out our YouTube, we have a new one. It's called Beard History. If you guys like history content and beards, go check it out. But stay bearded, have fun.
Love it. Stay bearded.